Starting with a disclaimer, I am not a makeup artist. I'm actually pretty bad at makeup, if I am honest. I know how to do very simple things for myself, and I don't really wear very heavy makeup almost never in my life, and I don't know how to do glam. But I'm going to show you my everyday makeup and some of the items that I've collected over time that have been true to my dark winter colors, my undertones, and my overtones too. Things that I personally wear, and obviously I'm going to make sure that I give you some tips and tricks to finding your colors as a dark winter. But yeah, just take everything. I mean, the colors are going to be correct, especially for my personal skin tone, but the makeup techniques are not going to be good because I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not trying to be, and even though I enjoy some makeup, I am not an everyday makeup person. I usually just focus on skincare more than anything. And I wear very minimum makeup when I do. A quick interruption to mention the sponsor of this video, Teddy Blake. Okay guys, Teddy Blake sent me this gorgeous green bag, which I loved. So I reached out to them for them to sponsor this video as they had sent it as a gift before. So you guys know I only share things that I actually love, and I've genuinely been impressed with the bag that they sent me. They're designed in Italy by the same designers who work with some of the big luxury houses, so the styles feel elevated but still really wearable for everyday life. The leather is so good, it's real Italian leather and it's meant to age beautifully. And because they're made in the same Italian factories as other high-end brands, the craftsmanship is honestly so good. You can tell with all the little details that make the bag feel special. So you can get a true made in Italy luxury with a price that actually makes sense for the craftsmanship. If you've been wanting a beautiful timeless bag that feels luxurious without breaking the bank, definitely check out Teddy Blake. They have a lot of different options, beautiful unique colors that I haven't seen before in bags. There'll definitely be something on the website for you. Thank you, Teddy Blake, for sending me this gorgeous bag and for sponsoring this video. So, okay, with having that said, I'm going to start. I already have done my skincare for the day, which is obviously the most important step to any makeup routine. Right now, I'm using a lot of Naturium products. I really like their moisturizer, multi-peptide moisturizer. I found this very hydrating. And I tend to have like combination, sometimes oily skin. But as I age, you know, I'm 31 now, so as I age, and especially here in Italy, I don't know if that's the thing, with the hard water, my skin has been a little bit more on the drier end, even though it's not dry by any means. So make sure to moisturize. And then another Naturium product that I really love for any of my dry lip girlies is this. Sorry, it's kind of gross right now, but because I've used it, it's almost done. This is how you say it, Phyto Glow Lip Mask. I'm telling you, this thing has like really helped my lips stay hydrated, and I was like a chronic dry lip girly for sure. This is such a hard video for me to make because I truly am not a makeup artist, and also please ignore my eyebrow situation right now. I know that I have to get them done. I'm actually going to Japan in a couple days, and I have made an appointment to get my eyebrows done there. If any of you girlies are thick eyebrow girls like me, there's absolutely nothing that I can do to tame these eyebrows. I've tried everything. I've really been loving the e.l.f. brow lift gel lately. It's not as like, see, I bought another one. I put some on right now. It's not as like stiff as the other ones. It's still a little bit more malleable. That's my preference. But it does the job on keeping my very thick, untamable eyebrows up. I really enjoy that. And it's very affordable. I think it's like $3 to $4. So good on you, e.l.f. Okay. So jumping right to it. I get a lot of questions as a color analyst. A lot of my clients or just people who follow me on social media ask me, what foundation do I use and how to find your foundation? This is going to be my biggest tip for the day. I have been wearing makeup forever, the HD Skin Hydra Glow. I'm not sure if it was called like that before, but I've been using this since 2015. I've deviated to other foundations, but I found that this does the best for my skin type and for what I like in terms of coverage. It's very light coverage. You can definitely build it up to a medium coverage, but it blends really well with my skin. And the tone that I am using is 1N14. It's 1N14. So it's definitely a neutral foundation. But let me tell you, as I do my makeup, let me talk about all the things that I get asked and just to debunk some myths that I've heard around the color analysis realm, and a lot of confusion that a lot of girls have. This is what this makeup looks like. You can see it's pretty neutral. I usually just go with my hand, and then I have a sponge that I use. I'm sorry that, well, it's clean, but you know, it gets stains. I like to, I love this one. What's this brand called? I forget the brand name, but it's my favorite ever sponge. I've tried multiples of them, and I think it's a very millennial thing to do the sponge thing still. I don't know. I've heard that it's a millennial thing. But anyways, I'm going to share some tips on how to find your makeup, your foundation as a dark winter or as in any season. Look, foundation is very personal. I cannot recommend to any of my clients or anyone, and I always hear this, I cannot recommend foundation colors specifically. What I can do is I can guide you and I can tell you when a makeup or a foundation is wrong, when it looks wrong on you. But that has to be done with trial and error, because even though we have cool undertones as dark winters, we still have to take into account every single person's overtone. So how do we do this? Oh, undertone is the temperature of your skin. So what colors, either cool or warm, look better on you overall and more harmonious. And overtones are what your skin is on the surface, like what it looks like. Everybody thinks that I have warm overtones because I easily tan and I don't have super pale skin, and I tend to have these warmer overtones because of my ethnicity. But there is nothing further from the truth. I look horrible with anything warm on my face. If you put a warm foundation on me, anything like more yellow based, I look terrible. And then obviously, I can get whiter than this, like if I'm not in the sun. But I still have some warm overtones. So obviously anything pinkish is also going to look off because it's just not going to match my overtone. So having said that, what to do if this is obviously not a problem if you are a person that has the same very cool overtones and very cool undertones. But I tend to find that dark winters a lot of the times have mixed overtones. And the same for dark autumns. Sometimes there's dark autumns that have more pinkish overtones and then cooler undertones. And for any season, actually, guys, a lot of people have different overtones and undertones. Those tend to be the people who are in between seasons, because the overtones do make a difference in your analysis and your color season. So anyways, I can't recommend, again, like there's nothing we can do but do a trial and error when it comes to foundation. And my recommendation for every dark winter would be to try to keep it neutral, because you do have mostly neutral undertones that will lean to cool. And definitely don't do anything yellow based, even if you have very warm overtones, because it's going to look off. You're going to look ill. And in any case, do what I do, keep it natural, something that still allows your skin underneath to come through and neutralize any small imperfections that you might have. And that's it for my foundation. I really don't do more than that. I'm terrible at filming makeup stuff, but I hope you can see that there's actually just a very light coverage. It gives me some hydration to my skin, which I love. And in the sun, it looks really pretty. Let me see if I can get some light there. Okay. If you can see in the light, it looks really pretty, this foundation. Okay, I apologize for this very homemade video. I film on my phone and I don't really have like professional gear, but hey, if my YouTube channel hits 100,000 next year, maybe I'll be able to, you know, invest in a better camera and a better setup. But for now, this is what we have, guys. This is a good time to remind you to subscribe if you like these kind of videos, and leave comments and watch my other videos. Though that really helps with the algorithm. And it helps me grow this channel and give you guys more information about color analysis and sharing all those things that I love. So usually I don't really do any eyeshadow or anything like that for the most part. When I do, I have a collection of eyeshadows. I threw all of my warm eyeshadows away. I'm 31, so you can imagine all the terrible mistakes I've made in my life buying the wrong makeup, especially the wrong color makeup. So anything that I've kept is just in case in some occasion I want to do something to my eyes and my and have some shadow, but I'm not a big shadow person. Having that said, I'm going to show you some of the shadow palettes that I have kept, because I've thrown away the other ones that didn't work. And these should work for you as a dark winter. There are going to be some that are definitely on the cooler tone and some that are more neutrals. I love these little Keija. I think that's how you say it, Keija or Kaja, or I don't know. This is a beauty bento. It has like these little three. These are old. Like I'm not on trend with anything makeup, guys. This is everything that I'm showing you is things that I've collected through the years and that I literally use every day. And obviously none of this is sponsored. They have these like a darker shade, a lighter shade, and some shimmer. This one I find really true to dark winter. You could definitely use this color as a darker shade for some depth, and this as a base, and then the shimmer is pretty spot on. Look at that shimmer. It's like a very dark winter shimmer. The other one, and this is it's called Glowing Guava 07 Glowing Guava. God knows if they still have this on sale. And this is the other one that is called, it's the 08 Chocolate Dahlia by the same brand. See, like these are expired, guys. Like I don't throw them away, but maybe you can convince me to. I haven't used them enough to for me to throw these away. But anyways, I'm going to show you. It's definitely a brown that is more on the dark autumn palette, I would say. But as a dark winter, you could wear it too. It's like right at the curb of the season. And then this is very neutral. You could definitely wear this at a base. And the shimmer on top is perfect. It has actually like a little pinkish undertone, which I find pretty perfect for dark winters. This is definitely a nice little palette to have. Things that I've kept, other eyeshadows, is this ColourPop, that's taupe, which is, this is what it looks like. And it has these colors. These are all so perfect for a dark winter. See, they're more, a little bit more ashy than I would recommend the other winter seasons to wear. So not as bright, but still, like if you're a dark winter or any winter with brown eyes, you could probably get away with the brown tones because it'll still harmonize with your palette. We just don't want to go so ashy sometimes, you know. That medium brightness that dark winters have, it definitely helps. So I love all these colors. I think they're great basics to have. See, they have like a pinkish, I don't know if you can see on camera, but the Python one has like a pinkish undertone. Boa is a very basic, neutral, light color. This is like such a neutral brown right here. Perfect. And the shimmers are all really great too. Another one that I have, I love ColourPop. I think that all their collection of stuff is affordable and pigmented and really nice. I'm not really an expensive makeup person for now. Again, I don't really wear makeup that much, but this palette is perfect. If you're like a big makeup person and you can get your hands on this as a dark winter Stone Cold Fox, this is a perfect palette. Look at that. It's foxy. It's definitely foxy and what you imagine a dark winter makeup, dark winter colors to be like. Very, very good. And you have black over there too, which, you know, if you like your I love this Drama Mama brown too. If you like doing a smoky eye, I know that's not a thing anymore. I don't know, girls, what is trendy right now with makeup? I don't really watch any makeup tutorials anymore. I do watch a lot of skincare, and I have so much skincare recommendations. If you guys want me to show you what I've been doing for my skin, definitely leave that in the comments because my skin has been looking really good lately. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, like red hyperpigmentation spots from acne that I used to have. Obviously, pregnancy did a number on my skin, but also I have PCOS or had PCOS. I have pretty much not had any symptoms of it for the past couple years. So the hormonal acne was just terrible. And I think I've finally nailed a skincare routine and I haven't had a breakout in months. I'm going to touch wood for that. But I still have that red hyperpigmentation that I'm slowly but surely getting rid of. And I can show you all the things that I'm using for that. But anyways, this is my problem. I'm too chatty. Okay, let's move on with this makeup tutorial. But again, what colors are going to look... Oh, this is another palette. Naked. This is so old. It's like extra expired. The Naked Urban Decay Heat. Remember when these were popular? But this is a great dark winter. And I would say this is probably more of a dark autumn palette, but dark winter girlies can definitely get away with a lot of these. So what are the colors that look best on dark autumns as eyeshadows? Obviously, girls like dark autumns. You are the 90s makeup, smoky eyes, anything a little darker, not as bright as other winters. That's what you have in compared to bright winter and true winter. The brightness level comes down, so you can play with the smokiness. You can play with like a little bit more of a grunge look more than the other winters can, and it'll look more elegant on you than the other winters. If you go too bright with anything, it's going to start to look a little bit more clowny and more like it's wearing you. But again, makeup is fun, so have fun. Anything that I recommend in general with makeup, like in every single palette, when you get a color analysis, all the colors that you can wear in clothes, all the color recommendations and the color dimensions and everything transfers very easily to your color palette too, to your makeup color palettes too. So everything that you choose for makeup will be very similar to clothes. So all those Pantones that you get, if you get my guides, they're very transferable to makeup. So if you find makeup in those colors, they're going to look harmonious on your skin. So I'm going to put some smidge of concealer on. This is, again, Makeup Forever. This is the Ultra HD. It says Light Capturing Self-Setting Concealer. Makeup Forever is definitely my favorite. And this is in the number 32. So I'm just going to literally just I put so little. Right here and right here. I don't really have dark eye circles. I know that I'm lucky with that. I have other concerns with my skin, but that's not one of them. Thank God. So I just put a little bit, and I usually just like smidge it with my fingers, if I'm honest. And it's just to get a little bit of my tired lines out. But that's all I do. I'm so minimal with makeup. I'm not kidding. So I'm going to do something else with eyes. So liners and eyeliners. I like to sometimes outline a little bit of like a straight line over here. I use either this NYX Professional Makeup Eye Pencil. I usually use it in brown. This is the 09 SPE 903 dark brown. I find this really good. I have this e.l.f. gel lock on liner and brow cream in espresso. I found this really easy to use. So as a dark winter, again, I love that dark winters can really just play with the dark autumn palette, because you can really lean into those browns that are so on trend right now, and they're just like, they just look so good on dark winters. I really like them. There's like a dark winter, dark autumn browns that I think that you could definitely, that I find that they work so beautifully. That was way too much. I'm going to correct that. I'm going to do this over here in my mirror. 1 second. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do. All I do is like a little line. So if you see, the brown color is pretty harmonious with my coloring in general, and it's in the season. Obviously, as a dark winter, you can wear black too. That's going to look great. I really love exploring dark neutral browns as a dark winter. I think if you want to play with that, I think you're going to have fun. And truly, like, any deep brown that tends to be more neutral is going to look great too. But of course, with eyeliner, the best is black and brown. You could also play with very deep blues. If you want to do something that is more fun like that, I would suggest try the deep blues and deep burgundies. The same for mascara. I love, these are my favorite mascaras. My favorite are the Clinique High Impact Mascara in black. I don't have a brown mascara, but definitely in the market for one. I'm hoping to get one in Japan to try. My other all-time favorite is the Ilia mascara in also black, obviously. This is called After Midnight, this color. The same goes for mascara. You could do black. Obviously, you could do brown. Make sure it's deep. You could do burgundy. You could do a deep blue. You could do a deep red. You could do an eyeliner that is red. I feel like that will look great if you want to have fun and do something different. Again, any single color, you could do a deep green. Any single color that is in your palette is game for your face too. I'm going to put mascara on later. One of my most favorite things to wear is a very minimalistic blush. These are all the blushes that I have, just 3. They all work great. I love wearing blush as a dark winter because I think it just gives a little bit of an unexpected thing. You will do really well without blush as a dark winter. No blush or bronzer is needed, and my #1 tip would be to not overdo it. Just do the very minimum blush possible. I personally love blush, so I always try to include it. And I have different types. I love this Rare Beauty one. It's so pigmented. This is in the color Believe. It's so pigmented. You only need so little. And this is what it looks like. I love this color. I'm just going to swatch it really quickly on my hand for you. So you can see that it's more on the neutral side, and it's pretty deep for a blush, and it's not warm at all. I like to, again, do a little with my fingers. I like to apply it over there. And I am going to use my sponge and just do that. And again, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm doing this terribly, but I like to add that little bit of color to my cheeks. And again, as a dark winter, you don't need it. The best, and this is sad because I don't do it, but the best fun that you can have as a dark winter is mostly with like heavy eyeshadows, like smoky eyes and all the eyeshadows that other seasons cannot handle as much. And you look very good, elegant, it looks harmonious, and it gives you like a mysterious kind of look. And it looks pretty elegant on dark winters rather than like heavy. So definitely eyeshadow is your realm. Blush is not your realm, but I am not an eyeshadow girl and I am a blush girl. And this is everything that I do. So how to distinguish, and I'm going to show you the difference between, because this is another blush that I have and it doesn't show, but it's much brighter. This is from Sephora All-in-One Cream Color Blush Multi-Use. You can obviously use this for your lips and everything. I got this in Rome because I had forgotten my makeup bag and I really wanted to wear some blush. So I got that and this. I wanted something affordable. And they actually are pretty good. This is the difference. I'm not going to put some on my face, but I'm going to swatch so you see the difference. And when I wear this one, it's, again, this is more of a true winter blush. You could still wear it as a dark winter, and you can even layer it if you want like a slightly like blushier pink color on top. I like to layer them sometimes. See, now I'm doing too much. See, don't go overboard with the blush. But I'm just gonna add some makeup 1 second. But this is a great color for when you want to when you want something brighter, when you just need that little brightness. And I like to use this in summer. I like to use this when it's like more daytime, or even just for something more fun and youthful. I love this color. And this is I would say the brightest and lightest that I would go as a dark winter with blush. And I'm going to show you the 3 blushes that I have so you see. I have this other one that's Merit. This is in the color Cheeky. Again, all these are blushes that God knows if they make them still. But it's pretty good to show you the color comparisons. See, all very different. This is my favorite one and the best one, which is the Rare Beauty. It's so harmonious with dark winters. This one from Merit is pretty good too. It's very everyday too, if you just want to have something super quick. And this is the fun one where you can explore and layer it a little bit. And if you want something brighter, you can go this far. You could definitely wear this and be harmonious if you are somebody that enjoys blush. Just don't overdo it. Do it even less subtly than what I just did, because see, as it starts invading my face, it's not looking harmonious anymore. But I will neutralize that in a second. But these are the cool tones that I like. Anything, and again, they don't have to be this brand in particular. I have found these brands, and of course there's other brands that have similar colors to this. So anything in the realm of that will look harmonious, and especially this one here. This one is perfect. And that again is the Rare Beauty in the color Believe. I'm going to clean my hand before I make a disaster. I think it's very important to distinguish warm browns to cool browns. And that's something, I don't have a bronzer. And I don't really wear bronzer. And I don't think that it's your most interesting thing as a dark winter. But if you were to get your makeup done by a professional artist, I have somebody that is like one of the best makeup artists that I've ever worked with, and will link her in the description. When I've done my makeup with her before, she's used bronzer for certain areas of my face just to contour and, you know, do her thing. And she's done very neutral ones. Again, you have to find it if you like bronzer and you like contouring and all that. The colors, the browns that are going to be the best for you, or the bronzes that are going to be best for you, because they are warm based, usually are the ones that are neutral. Neutral browns that are more grayish looking rather than yellow or orangey looking. So for example, I'm going to put some examples of color comparisons on the video of what a warm brown and what a cool brown looks like. But I just wanted to say, as a dark winter, I don't really use bronzer, and I don't think it's the best item for dark autumns to wear. Is one, because you need that contrast. You need the contrast of your hair versus your skin. We don't want to add like depth into your skin that takes away from that contrast. And two, because of the undertones of it, bronzers usually come off pretty warm and they kind of make you look sick, and they just don't work. I've tried 1,000 bronzers. The Benefit one was tended to be, I have this one, and this one is not, I love this brand. I love the Benefit Hoola brand. I am not sure right now if they make other colors in this, but I'm just gonna not recommend this color. Which one is this? See, look, it says matte powder bronzer for face. This is just, again, like matte just doesn't work for dark winters. You need a little bit of shimmer. You can't go like, you remember that even though you are on the softer side of the winter season, you still need some glow. You have brightness and you can wear bright colors. I don't know what color this is. Let's see. It doesn't say, guys. It doesn't say, but this one is not. This one, just, even though it looked neutral to me, it doesn't come off as neutral. And then another one that I tried, which also doesn't work, and I just have them because I don't know why I have them. I should probably get rid of them actually. This is way too light, number one, for my skin, and it's just doesn't work. I've never worn a bronzer except for that one time that my makeup artist found a very neutral cream bronzer that she used on me that I'm like, oh, okay, that looks fine. But for everyday makeup, not my favorite. This is the other one from, it's the Lumi Bronze It True Match. I love L'Oreal. This is just not it for dark winters. Okay, so bronzer's not it, guys. Sorry. And again, if you really do love a bronzer, I'm gonna ask my friend, and I'm gonna put here which bronzer she recommends for neutral tones. I'll hook you guys up with that. Okay, moving on to my last but not least, and my most favorite part of the dark winter, and just winters in general, is lipsticks. I think this is where you can have the most fun. Like with eyes, you can have a lot of fun because you can handle a lot of crazy colors, you know. Not crazy colors, just like those deep, beautiful colors that other seasons just, it looks goth on them. And you could definitely channel your inner Morticia with these, and you'll look elegant. They just look really good. I just noticed that I'm fidgeting as I say this, but my favorite that I recently discovered last year, I wore this for my baby shower, and I bought it for my baby shower because I wanted a red lipstick. I'll insert photo here because I had a white dress and I wanted a red lipstick with the dress. And I found this. This is Charlotte Tilbury in Cinematic Red. This is what it looks like. This is my all-time favorite, classic, perfectly made for dark winters. It's just deep enough that it harmonizes perfectly, but it's not so bright that, you know, it's just your lip that everybody sees. And then like it wears you instead of you wearing it. This is the perfect red lipstick for dark winters. And please prove me wrong. Please go try this. Like, you know, that's a good thing about the United States is that you can return things if they don't work, or you can go to Sephora and just try it on. Try this as if you're a dark winter and tell me that this is not the perfect red for you. Please tell me. Let me know in the comments. Debunk me. But this is so good. I love this red lipstick. It's my favorite red lipstick of all times. And I have tried a lot of them. Look, I'm going to show you. I don't have all of the ones that I tried, obviously, but I've tried some. I have this e.l.f. one. It's too bright. It's too true winter. See the difference? That subtle tone difference makes a huge difference. It really does come through. This is too bright. I never wear it. I hate to say something bad because I love this brand so much, but Fenty Beauty, the old red lipstick that they had, I used to wear, that came in like a little thing. I don't have it because I ran out of it, but I bought this because I thought it would be, it was like the everyone red thing. They promoted it as like it's red for all tones and all skin tones. But this one is too bright. It's too bright and I love it. It's so good. The consistency it looks so good on as a product. It's fantastic, but it just doesn't work for my coloring. And I have this other one. This is the Too Faced Takeover 10 pigmented lipstick. I loved how this looked here, but I think that this is just on the verge. You could still wear this, but it's on the verge of the palette. And if you see, look, this is like dark autumn over here, dark winter over here. Dark autumn would be the Too Faced one, dark winter here. See the difference? And I swear that, I'm gonna swatch these. I'm gonna show you the difference between. Okay, so this is the Too Faced. See that it works? It works. It's fine. Especially in the sunlight, I think it looks good. I did a terrible job applying. Please don't judge. It's because I am in a rush to finish this video so I can go grab my son. But see, it works. It works, especially if I was wearing black and not white. It still works. And the only thing that I don't like about this is like in the shade, wait. So see here, you can see how deep this color is. And if I were wearing black, it would definitely be a little bit more harmonious. Definitely does work. It's just not my personal preference, but definitely as a dark autumn, you could totally wear this color too, and it will work and it'll look good. And I think maybe even a little better. My personal preference is this other one. But again, like you could wear this color too, especially if you're into like wearing super dark clothes and a lot of black. This could be a really good option for you. See that it doesn't look exaggerated or deep and goth as a dark winter. But again, not necessarily my personal preference for myself, especially with white. But if I wore black, I would like it more. And at nighttime, it would be nice. I'm going to show you the other red because that's my favorite. And I just think it's so harmonious and I love it. And again, okay, I'm going to share with you guys. I'm going to do a terrible job at applying this, but just to show you. just wanted to show you how perfect this red is. If there's a red lipstick that hits all the color dimensions of the dark winter season, it's this one. And hope you can already see the difference between how harmonious this is. And let me show you here. Is perfect. Other lipsticks and lip stains that I have loved as a dark winter are this Rare Beauty in Wonder. I think this is definitely a little bit more true winter, but you could like, if you just blotch it a little bit, it's definitely a very cute color to have. Just don't wear this and like all bright, but you can add some brightness. I love the Tarte Jelly Glaze in Sugar Cookie. Very slightly tinted, perfect everyday lip gloss or lip balm. And in general, what can dark winters wear? You could also wear bold lipsticks that are deep, like a pink, like a burgundy, a pink like this, an even darker pink like this. You can also wear a hot pink if you balance everything out in the rest of your outfit. So don't be scared to wear those bolder, more bright lipsticks too, that are more in the true winter palette that they would be in the dark winter palette. So don't be scared to explore those colors too. Okay, so these are some of the recommendations that I have as a dark winter. This is how I do my makeup, the products that I use, and some of the things that I learned about choosing color on the way and all the mistakes that I've made. So I hope that you have more or less understood how to choose some colors. Please, if you have any questions about this that I can respond in another video, I would love to do a Q&A on dark winter makeup to be able to resolve any doubts that you have on how to choose makeup as a dark winter. These are my personal recommendations, the way that I do my makeup. Obviously, again, I'm not a makeup artist, but in terms of color, all of these should work, with the exception of foundation, because that's more of a personal preference. And of course, some of the tips and observations that I have gathered through my knowledge of practicing with color analysis and just things that I have observed as a color analyst and what works for a dark winter and what doesn't. I hope this video was helpful. I know it's a little bit more informal than my other videos, and if you stayed this far, thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel, comment, and watch other videos. That's what helps with the YouTube algorithm, so I can post more of these more often. And leave all your questions and doubts in the comments. I try to make sure to respond to everybody, and if not, I will definitely make another video responding to any doubts that you have. So thanks so much for watching. See you in my next video. Ciao.